Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, you and I were just hanging out in the great city of Indianapolis where we were at Grand Park to see the Midwest Fall Championships last weekend.
Yeah, gotta love getting back to Grand Park. Beautiful facility there, and the Midwest Fall Championships. One place you had high school talent, JUCO talent, and a great game between Illinois and Butler.
Yes, we sure did. So today we're going to highlight the champions of the three divisions that we had in the Midwest Fall Championships, as well as a few standouts from the event. So let's get started. Looking at the 18U division, the winners were the Cangelosi Sparks, who, I mean, without a doubt, were the most dominant team on the weekend. That whole lineup hit. They outscored opponents in 5 games, 57-5. The closest game was a 4-3 win in the championship over Chicago Scouts Association. But that lineup was ridiculous, Shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching them for a few years now. A lot of fun. And they played together for a while, and every time I see them, they win. And there's a lot to be said about a group of kids who are winners. And these guys just banged all weekend.
Yeah, they sure did. Christian Knapchick out of that leadoff spot is an absolute grinder. Loose hands from the left side. He can hit to all fields. He's a really good defender as well out at shortstop. Then you got Jared Camilla, who is a guy that I really liked. He's a 2021. Loose, quick hands from the left side. He can really run. He had a few doubles, got down the line on the turn, 4-3 to 4-4, gliding in center field. So definitely a guy I'm going to be watching for next year in 2021. And then Danny Wustenfeld was a guy, a big physical right-handed hitter that just mashed on Sunday. He had 2 triples in the semifinal, I think, and then another double in the championship. So he was a big time guy for them as well.
Yeah, Jack Payton's one you're going to want to know about in the Midwest for 2020. He had a home run when I was watching him early Sunday morning.
Yes, he had that home run. I saw him hit a triple in a game on Saturday, so definitely a guy to watch. Very good receiver behind the plate by all accounts as well. So. But those are your winners in the 18U division. In the 17U division, we had the Iowa Sticks that won the 17U class. Sam Peterson, yet again, Future Games MVP. Lo and behold, he stands out yet again.
Yeah, that Iowa Sticks program, they do a great job. Great bunch of kids, love the coaching staff, and to come out and show up against a lot of good programs was very impressive. Easton Johnson, I saw him in the summer, a good bounce back start from him. I thought he was really good. Everything's coming together. And Jackson Wentworth, a Kansas State recruit, but a big win for those Iowa Sticks.
Certainly. And then finally in the 16U division, we have the Hitters out of Wisconsin who won that championship over the Indiana Bulls.
Yeah, and the Hitters are down a couple players for the tournament, but in a really strong 22 group, they ended up the winners. James Duncan really emerged as one of the elite hitters. He's a national rank. We got upcoming rankings coming. He will definitely be in there. Left-handed stroke, it's real easy to him. Mason Buss, right-handed pitcher, an athletic physical frame. Was 80 to 82 when I saw him in an 8 a.m. start. A lot more on the way for him. 3-pitch mix. Tristan Ellis, grinder on the infield, committed to Purdue already. And Ian Choi had a nice weekend at shortstop, bouncing around at the bottom of the order as well. Line drives to all fields. Congrats to those hitters.
Excellent. Now for a few standouts that were at the event that had good weekends. Shooter, before the event, you and I talked about some guys to watch this fall, one of which was Max Wagner. He certainly didn't disappoint. First at bat, we saw him on the weekend. Joins the PBR bomb squad with an absolute laser to left field. Had pretty good at bats throughout the weekend. I think guys started to pitch around him after that first day. But he's a strong right-handed hitter, patient in the box. Definitely a name to watch as we approach the spring and draft coverage.
Yeah, that's a deep Red Scout team, and they're going to get better as they go along throughout the fall, just coming together as a unit. But Clemson recruit Max Wagner, he's always been a winner, can do it all, kind of the guy you want up in a big spot. And, of course, his first at-bat, he comes up and blasts that home run. Going to be fun to watch him throughout the fall. And then again in the spring as a guy who may be a sleeper right now, but won't be.
Yeah, no doubt. And then a guy that stood out for you, and I saw a couple of bats as well. You know, he's pretty put together physically, but Q Phillips looks like a pretty good left-handed bat.
Yeah, Michigan recruit already in that 21 class. He really looked the part. Talking to Drew Locascio there as our Illinois recruiting or Illinois scouting director, who also gets to see some Wisconsin action, said, yeah, Q Phillips has quieted things down a little bit, but it's still explosive and dynamic, top of the order type guy who can really handle the barrel from the left side.
He certainly can. And then for Team Indiana, I saw an interesting arm in left-hander Zach Bierman. Big, projectable frame. I mean, it's like 6'5", 200, coming from the left side. So immediately when he walks out on the mound, you're like, all right, I'm going to watch that. And then he sat 87 to 90. And then just the breaking ball is really stood out. He can really spin it in the mid-70s at varied shape. Whether he's doing that on purpose, I'm not quite certain right now, but it's a swing and miss pitch for him, so a lot of projection in Zach Bierman. So definitely a name to watch for down the road.
And then I saw a lot of Louisville recruits throughout the weekend. They do a good job in the Midwest. But 22 out of Indiana, Tucker Biven was outstanding. And when the lights were on for that Eagle Shield Canes Midwest team, he did a great job at shortstop as well as handling the barrel from the right side, working gap to gap. But then on Sunday, hops on the mounds up to 91 miles an hour. Good-looking athlete, two-way potential, really good weekend out of Biven.
Certainly. So that's it for the Midwest Fall Championships. Be sure to jump on prepbaseballreport.com. We've got notebooks from each day as well as highlights on the road show, so you can catch up on all the action in case you missed it. And be sure to follow along on prepbaseballreport.com as we have follow-up coverage as well. But as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs, and until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.